Hello everyone, I am Veena Gandhi, Assistant Professor from Department of BCA Science. In this video, you will learn main topic of basic C programming course that is data types in a C. The topics covered in this video are data types, types of data types, qualifiers, types of qualifiers, user-defined data types, variable and its declaration, and assignment on above topic. So what is data type? It tells the compiler what types of data you are storing in a variable, what types of data you want to store in a variable, a character, real number, integer number, like that. Now what is the purpose of data types? Data types are used to declare various types of variables, functions, arrays in a program. Each data type requires a different amount of memory and has some specific operation which can be performed over it. The data types are divided in the main three parts: basic data types, derived types, and user-defined types. The basic types are also known as primary types or primitive types or built-in types. The basic or built-in types are divided again into integer int, char, float, double, and void. These are the 5 basic types. Now derived types are divided into array, pointer, structure, and union. We will see these types in advanced C course. User-defined data types are enum and typedef. Let us see primary data types. First is char data type. It is used to represent individual characters. Generally, char type occupy only 1 byte of memory. Here you can see on 32 or 64-bit compiler or 16-bit compiler, it occupies 1 byte of memory and it accepts the values in the range minus 128 to 127. That is minus 2 raised to 7 to 2 raised to 7 minus 1. Next type is int type. It stores the integer data. It stores positive or negative whole numbers. Under 16-bit compiler, it occupies 2 bytes of memory. Under 32-bit or 64-bit, it occupies 4 bytes. They are the permissible value to store the integer values. Under 16-bit and under 32-bit. Under 16-bit, it stores the value minus 2 raised to 15 to 2 raised to 15 minus 1. Like that. Float type is used to store real numbers or numbers having decimal point. It has precision up to 6 digits after decimal point. So under 32-bit, it occupies 4 bytes of memory. Under 64-bit also it occupies 4 bytes of memory. This is a permissible range to store the floating point value. A double data type, it is same as a float but stores the fraction or digits up to 15 to 16 decimal places after decimal point. It is referred as a double precision floating point type. Under 32-bit, it occupies the 8 bytes of memory and permissible range is this one. Void data type, it is an empty type or it has no value. We use void data type in functions and pointers. Before going to topic user-defined types, we first will see topic qualifiers. Qualifiers or type modifiers are the keywords which are applied to primary types in a C. A qualifier applied to basic data types to alter or modify its size, sign, or accessibility. Means by applying a qualifier, we can change the memory requirement. We can modify the range of permissible values applied to the primary types. Now qualifiers are divided into 3 types: size qualifier, sign qualifier, and type qualifier. Size qualifier is divided in 2 parts, short and long. Sign qualifier divided in 2 parts, sign and unsigned. Type qualifier divided in 2 parts, const and override. Now first we will see size qualifier. The size qualifier in C language is used to alter the size of primitive or basic data types. It supports two qualifiers, short and long. The size qualifier is applied to only integer and double data type. Means by applying short and long, we can increase the memory, or we can increase or we can decrease the memory requirement of basic types, as well as range of permissible value also change by applying the size qualifier. Now sign qualifier, it supports two sign qualifiers, sign and unsign. A sign qualifier specifies the variable can only hold positive as well as negative integers. An unsigned qualifier specifies that only it will store the positive integers. Now sign qualifiers are only applicable to int and char type. Now type qualifiers. Type qualifiers are the keywords that prepend to the variables to change their accessibility. The const keyword and hotel keyword are type qualifiers. The const keyword is like normal keyword, but only difference is that once they are declared or defined, their values can't be changed throughout the program. The hotel qualifier is used to declare a variable that can be changed at any point of time explicitly. That is, it always tells the compiler that the variable's value may change at any time. Let us revise again primary types by applying the qualifiers. The first type is char type. It requires 1 byte of memory. Then next we can apply qualifiers, unsigned qualifier. By default it is signed qualifier. We can apply unsigned qualifier. Its memory requirement is 1 byte, but the range is changed here, 0 to 255. In int type it requires 2 bytes under 16-bit compiler. Then we can apply qualifier unsigned int, which requires 2 bytes and value also change here. Short int requires 1 byte of memory, so it also change the permissible range of the values. Unsigned short int again requires 1 byte, also range is also change here. In long int require 4 bytes, range also change here. In unsigned long int requires 4 bytes, it also changes the range of value also. Float requires 4 bytes, double require 8 bytes, and long double require 10 bytes under 16-bit compiler. So qualifiers change the memory requirement as well as the permissible values in the range also changes. Now next topic is derived data type. Data types that are derived from the primary data or basic data are called as derived data type. Derived types do not create new data types. Instead, they add some functionality to existing data types. Now, in derived data type, we use the two keywords typedef and enum. The typedef keyword is used in a C programming language to provide a new name, or it acts as an alias to existing data types. Syntax: typedef, then existing data type name and alias name. For example, we want to change the existing primary data type name to new name, then we can use the typedef keyword. Typedef, suppose unsigned int is the existing data type name. We want to change the new name to uint or umit, you can say. Or we want to change the float type to real. We can use typedef. Old type name is float name and new name is a real name. Next is enum. Enumeration on enum is a defined data type in a C. It is mainly used to assign the names to integer constant. The names makes program easy to read and maintain. So syntax for defining enum type is enum. You can give any name here, enum variable name. The integer constant 1, constant 2, constant up to constant n, you can define the constants. In the syntax, we define the enum name as a flag containing n integer constants. The default value of the integer constant is 0, but we can change the default value of the integer constant at the time of declaration also. For example, enum we define the variable enum variable as the fruits having constant values mango, apple, strawberry and papaya. Means now mango having default value 0. Instead of defining 0, 1, 2, 3, we are giving the names to the integer constant like mango, apple, strawberry, papaya. Default value of mango is 0, apple is 1, strawberry is 2, like that. If we want to change the default value, we can also change that value. Suppose enum fruits, we want mango equal to 2, apple equal to 1, we can change the values. Our example, enum fruits, mango equal to 10. Now apple will take the values after the mango, that is 11, strawberry will take 12, papaya will take 13, like that. Now next topic is variable. A variable in a C is a memory location with some name that stores some form of data and retrieves it when required. Now each variable in C has specific data type which determines the size, range of values that can be stored within the memory and set of operations that can be applied to the variable. Value of the variable can be changed and it can be reused many times. Rules for naming the variable is same as identifier rules. In short, variable is a name given to memory location where we store some form of data and we can retrieve that data by using the variable name. Now variable's value can be changed during the execution of the program. Now how to declare this variable in a C language? Syntax for that: data type. In variable name 1, variable name 2, we can declare multiple variables at the same time, or we can define data type in variable name. Also we can initialize the initial value to variable at a time declaration only. For example, suppose type is integer, A is a variable name, B is a variable name, they are separated by comma. Then sum is also variable name of type integer having initial value 10. So sum is initialized to value 10. In char type, example char, void is the variable name of char type. In float type, and area is the variable name having initial value 0.0. You can also use user defined data types like enum variable is status having constant value false and true. Now we can declare variables flag 1, flag 2 of type status. So we are given the new data type name status. The next is we can also use type type int. We are given new name integer. Now we can declare the variables of type integer a comma b. Instead of int a comma b, we can use integer new name and variable names are a and b. To see assignment on these topics, short questions, list data types in a C, define a variable, what is the purpose of qualifier, in long questions, discuss different data types in a C, it is short note on qualifier, how to declare a variable in a C. I hope you will like this video. Share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching.